Hello and welcome back here to Bomb Bad Tactics. We've got something different today, the inaugural practice session, unless I come up with a better name for it. Now, right off the top, I want to make sure it's clear this is not replacing the regular battle reports with all the nice graphics. This is merely something a little extra to add in so that we can have more than one battle report a month, because I just can't do higher frequency with the fancy battle reports, but these more kind of low effort ones, I certainly can. So if you don't like it, that's fine by me. Just skip it and you won't notice a difference. We'll still be doing the other battle reports. So without further ado, let's just get going. We've got Republic playing droids. So first off, we have the Republic side. They won the draw. And our first player, they chose shifting priorities. And by shifting priorities, I of course mean Sabotage Showdown. I get those mixed up all the time. We've got Plo, Ahsoka, Handmaidens. Put them on this side since we've got a ladder there. So it's a bit better access to ingress. Versus on this side, we've got Vader and Barriss, who have a sneaky little play because this is actually less than height 2 on the lower level of this rock. So with their double advance, someone like Vader can get to the side of the rock and then just sneak onto the correct height on that objective. So good stuff there with their double advances. And then on the other side, we've got Mother Talzin with B2s and Savage. Again, coming to this side just because of better access to ingress. And Dooku with the Magnus over here. The Magnus might have a tough time getting up top, so I'm a little worried about that. We might be able to get around with an advance. But thinking there, Kraken, he's pretty good at the double shove. Really, they both want to be on this side. So maybe I made the wrong call putting Mother there, but we shall see. So, to start off, our first objective will be set the charges. So it's going to be a dash for the Shatterpoint unit when they activate. Not bad, one of the more useful ones in round 1. The Republic starts off with ARF. Not terrible, not the worst. I could get aggressive and try to claim an objective. Now, they are one of my only ones holding this back objective, though, so that is something to consider. Let's start off with taking a hunker, because they do like hanging out with that hunker. We're just going to kind of get them up the battlefield here so that they can extend a useful aura with their coordinated fire. So we'll do that, and then we'll take a move action. So this guy is going to climb on up, staying well within the objective, and then this guy is just going to get barely within 2 to take control of that. So 3 objectives controlled for the Republic, and we have our coordinated fire platform up the board. So no complaints from my side. The ARF are not a bad draw later, but I definitely don't want to push them up to the middle, so if we're going to have kind of a slower activation, I don't mind going first. Now on the other side, the Shatterpoint for the Separatists. Can we get both middle objectives? We could take Mama, send Savage up to the top. He would just be on the wrong elevation. Nothing crazy. Dooku, again, nothing crazy. I think I'm going to spend 1 to shuffle the Shatterpoint back in, and we get instead Kraken. He will probably, well, we'll see, with a dash, and then if he dashes himself and climbs, he might be able to get eyes on the ARF. If he stays on the current elevation, it will be a bit harder. Well, look at that. That would be a bit tight, but he could dash, come around. A simple advance. It's probably not going to do the trick if we're looking to get LOS, though. Maybe if we go right to the far side. It'll be pretty tight, but I'm not sure that's a risk I want to take. If we have a dead activation here, that's going to be really bad. So we'll send him forward with himself, his own dash. And then we'll take an advance and maybe come a little bit more central. Yeah, so we've got some space there to push the ARF back. That should be fine. Oops. To that, I didn't mess this up. Well, he's not in range yet, but he should be after a follow-up to a shove. So 7 dice into no terrain cover from the ARF. They're too far away, but they will get 1 from Hunker, and then they'll add an extra. Oh my, that is 5 fails and 2 hits from Kraken, and the ARF are just fine. So he doesn't move, no damage. He does not flip the objective, and just 2 for the Separatists. That was a rough start. Failing 5 of 7 is unlikely. Not a good outcome. The Republic also get their own Shatter Point. And similarly, I think it's a little early for that. We could, again, maybe get Plo up the battlefield, especially with double dashes. You could just kind of beeline it, but that seems like a waste of a Shatter Point. So we're going to shuffle that back as well. Both sides playing kind of a force down. And we get Ahsoka, which is actually a very good draw. I can't be sad about that because she can take this unclaimed objective, score 4 for us, and get Plo up the battlefield. So her tactic, we'll send Plo forward. And of course, I love having Ahsoka in the middle of the battlefield as well. She's going to, first action, take a shove and get the Hunker. Take cover. Then she will certainly advance to this little nook in here. The question is whether I want to spend the force to jump up to the top, because I don't like the idea of Savage being up there. She does have the Hunker, and she can only be shot. Mama T could shove her away, but she has a decent chance of getting the 2 or the 3 expertise to jump back up. So it's going to actually be very secure. So let's do it. She will spend the force, jump, and kind of body block that objective. So that is securing it for the Republic. Oops, they are blue. And scoring 4. Separatists get B2s. That is not bad. I think the plan there could involve... Ooh, that would be tight. I think they could get there. One goes over here, kind of starts damaging Ahsoka. The other one can at least score that far objective. Because unless I get the kill on Ahsoka, I am not taking that objective. I am just a little bit short, though, unfortunately. That's not good. I really messed up Kraken there. Let's send this B2 in. He'll come up to here. Probably should tactical networked when I think about it. Here, we'll say I tactical networked on Kraken's turn, because things are looking bad for the Separatists. So we'll say I probably would have done one of these Magnas, get them moving up closer to the middle of the field. Staying within 3 of Dooku. So then I will... do I have range? I do. Let's just put some shots into Ahsoka here. See if maybe we can put some damage, especially with our auto damage. So 6 dice from the first B2. And then we'll see how that goes and maybe pay for the next shot. cocked. We've got 3 fails, expertise hit. Soka does get terrain cover. She's only getting 2 blocks though, so a crit and damage are going to get through, so that's 2 damage with a shove. That's not terrible, but I think... well, the good thing is we can at least unbody block this objective, because she is not steadfast. Then maybe with the second attack, we can actually shove her off. So let's pay the 1 force. I don't know why I was kind of thinking of her. Well, yeah, she is good at jumping, but 3 expertise is still takes a little bit. Boom. 7 or 8 dice for the 1 force. Let's see, we've done Shire Point Shuffle, Attack Network, and Saturation Fire. There we go. That is going to be 3 hits, 2 expertise, crit. So she's rolling 6 again. And she'll have deflected the first shot, so she took 2 damage, and the B2s took 2 damage. There we go. That's a bunch of expertise. So 4 expertise will cancel out 2 of the hits. So we're left with 2 down the tree plus 2 extra damage. So that's 3, 5 total damage. Ooh, Ahsoka's close. 7 of 8. So these B2s are doing a decent job. They'll get to shove her away. And they could follow up. But I kind of want to leave that spot open. Because so then she gets her expertise jump, and she'll just come right back up there. Even though maybe that's a little, maybe I should be a little more cautious since she's on 7 damage, but I want to hold that objective because that's very strong for me. I could spend some more force to dash that B2 again. They're not. Maybe I'll protect this back point because I am a little bit worried of like a Barris or someone coming up here. So I will spend... Ooh, I'm burning through force. Magda's not going to need it. Dooku doesn't really need it. Mama would like it. Savage would like it. I think we're okay. We'll spend 1. So, hit the ladder and try not to body block ourselves. We'll do that so that we still have this route available. Just 2, not good for the Separatists. And both sides will get a momentum. Alrighty. Republic. Barris. If she wants to spend 3 force, she could go... Oh, actually, she could just go for the free. She doesn't have to go to that top level. So why not? We'll start with just her regular advance. She gets a jump in her tree, potentially. Ooh. Knocked Vader a little bit. I'll just double check that he's still... There we go. And then Barris will advance to get 2 on Kraken. And let's do it. Take 2 damage on Barris. Coordinated fire exposed from the ARF. So she's going to be rolling 9 dice into an exposed Kraken. Now he does have, well actually he doesn't even have steadfast protection because we're not contesting. That's a bunch of fails, 3 expertise, 3 hits. I think she gets 3 results on 3 expertise. Yeah. So we're looking at 6 total results. And he's getting 2 blocks. So 4 down the tree, not quite enough for a free force push. But if we go along the top, see, we don't need double shove. So we do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. Single shove with a jump and an expose. Putting an expose out. 6 damage. Single shove. Don't want to push him to also be in contesting range, just in case that matters later. And then she does get a jump. And we don't want to be too close here because that's where Vader is coming. Of course, we don't also want to be too close to Dooku when when he could come up and really mess up our day. But here's what it is. Yeah, we'll leave it like that. Republic will once again score 4 and feel pretty decent about life. Now we get the shatter point again. And let's see. Ahsoka's obviously pretty close. If we could kill her, that would be good. But we don't really, and I could go with Mama to do that. If I put Dooku up here, he can actually hold that pretty well. Even exposed, Dooku can defend decently against Vader. And maybe we get a wound on Barriss while we're at it. A Shatterpoint dash. I mean, Mama likes a Shatterpoint dash too. Shatterpoint dash from Dooku could mean that. Climb. He does get an easy reposition on his melee side. And he can start moving the Magnas up. So, Mama's an interesting choice, but I do kind of want to move these Magnas. So let's go with Dooku. He will choose someone within 3. So, as we said, we kept that Magna, who you might not be able to see not very well on camera. He'll give that Magna a dash. Shaboom. Get them up there. Ooh, there was space. Then he will, the other tactic, well, first he gets his own dash from the tactic. Then he gets a dash from the Shatterpoint tactic. Then he can do a move action. So he will come up to here. And that is a move action, which means I can use preservation protocols. I could pull this guy in and body it, but I think I should be able to get a shove on Barriss to win the point. If he's there, he'll block the shove. So instead, I'll just use this Magna so that they can move upfield into an aggressive position. So things might be starting to turn around for good old Separatists here. If we can clear out Barriss, then this Magna could get into contesting range on a climb. Alright, and then flip the stance on Dooku into Form 2 Makashi. And rolling 7 against 5. That is 3 expertise, 3 fails. There's a lot of fails coming through today. I don't know what's going on. That would be 3 blocks from Barriss, if she gets in 1 expertise. So it doesn't really matter because Dooku only has 2 crits and 2 hits. So 2 crits down the tree will be enough for the single shove. We'll get 3 damage as well while we're at it, which puts Barriss to 5 because she did take that Vader damage. Then with the shove, yeah, she's not, is she positioned actually maybe a little bit better? Yeah, I don't know if those crates ever would have saved her. But I can actually shove her down there. And Dooku will flip this objective, score 3 for the Separatists, 1, 2, 3, and get a momentum. So Separatists could be in a good spot, actually, if the Republic can't retake that objective, then it kind of scores 3 for a long time, and the Separatists get a lot of momentum, and then maybe flip the switch right at the end. But this point is vulnerable because Ahsoka is pretty close to death. Now, for the Republic, we've got Plo Koon. Plo isn't a bad shout to go up here, put some damage on B2s, and kind of protect Ahsoka, so if they attack her, he can dash up after. But he also got that force push. And if he's got a force push, there's a world where he can come and ruin Dooku's day. Let's see, if he comes up here, Plo could get there, but he needs to get his full tree to reposition here and force push Dooku away, or I just move advance, force push Dooku away, and try to score the 4. I've got the 5 force. Be nice to get an attack off with Plo. I mean, let's go for it. Let's try to see if we can actually hit that tree. Why not? Let's be a little ballsy. So Plo will. First he gets to dash some trooper friends. Well, he could dash anyone, really, but I prefer troopers. Could be Barris. Gonna get her out of there. But currently she does benefit from slip away. You could dash her there, attack there, slip away, but Savage is still guarding that back point, so no sneaky back steals. I think it's okay to leave. I'd rather get the handmaidens up the field, I think. So he will choose the handmaidens to dash. Get them in a better spot. That gives him a free dash. And then worst case that happens, we just kind of come over here and guard Ahsoka, is what I'm thinking. But, here, I'll look at this top down. Place this on the table. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. There is overlap there. So, place Plo such that he's touching the tool, and he is in range. Good, good, good. So we will expose, and Plo will take 2 damage to throw 9 dice, or 10 dice, I should say, at an exposed B2. That is a great roll. That is 9 results with an extra damage because he got 3 expertise. Not a failure to be seen. And no blocks due to the expose for those B2s. So that will be a full tree. With the extra damage, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Plo can actually get the wound, and he will get a jump, which will be enough to get him in range of Dooku. So let's do that. We'll go along the, start from the bottom of his tree, 2 damage and a jump. Oh, we can actually do something really nasty here. So he's going to come here, and then actually he'll come down the ladder. Yeah, let's do it. We'll come down the ladder. Then he's going to shove this B2. Oh, okay. I thought maybe we could shove him and body block the ladder, but it's in an okay spot. So we'll just shove him to the edge. Then 3 damage, then 3 force push, which we do afterwards, and 2 more damage. So that's 9 damage, down to 8 with protection. That is enough for the wound on these B2s. Oh yeah, they already had 2 from Ahsoka. So that puts them at a smooth 10. There's a free momentum. Well, not free, they have to work for it, for the Republic. And then, speaking of free, we get that force push from our tree. Let's try to get Dooku as out of position as possible. I'm going to send him straight back, I think. I don't want to knock the camera, so we'll go there. And 2-0 on this bottom level. The Republic flips and scores 4. So they don't quite get to their momentum, but they are touching. So great turn from them. Plo, especially with Vader, is a beast. I probably might want to shatter point him, so I'm going to keep him in his offensive stance for now. And then we get Savage himself. He could, his Dark Fury costs 2. He could walk up and wound Ahsoka, but he won't be on the correct level, so then if handmaidens go, they'll just body it and steal the objective back, and then I'm spending 2 force. And I still have Mama. I still have actual Dooku, who doesn't really need all that much force. Oh, actually, Mama, we don't want to forget that. Of course. She got a dash from that Plo wound, but we'll kind of do that. That's 1 piece of terrain. She gets that from the Plo wound, but he is obviously too far away. Dooku doesn't get to do his thing because I wounded a support, not a secondary or primary. Man, I never loved Savage's activation, but I think here especially it's kind of mid. If I get Mama, does that really solve anything? Does that really make my life better? If I get Magnus, I'm feeling decent about the world. But nothing's ideal. Nothing's really ideal at all. It just feels so bad for Savage to just walk up and spend 2 force. Next struggle, that is an unlikely spot to come up. So I think we're going to reserve save the force and save the 2 force and spend 1 force to reserve Savage. Okay, and we get Dooku instead. Not terrible. I think he's only got 1 friend within range 3. This here Magna Guard. So that's fine. So he'll tell that Magna Guard to... does that Magna Guard actually want to dash into melee with someone? Because then I can't climb. So let's instead stay out of melee. We'll kind of move up a little bit, because maybe then I do want to, advance to the ladder or something. Oops. Dooku then gets his own dash, and these ARF are annoying me. So, it's a bit bold, but if anyone can stand against Vader, Dooku can. So Dooku is going to do a move action over to here. That allows protection protocols for these bad boys to come on up. And that will secure me that objective. And then the ARF lose their hunter. And Windu's going to go for the kill shot with 7 dice. That's a lot of expertise again. 2 hits, a crit, 3 expertise. So that's 3 hits, 3 crits. That's a pretty good start. Just 2 blocks from the ARF. So 4 down the tree for Dooku, which is what he needs for the 1-shot. So let's do... shots don't really matter. Let's do the reposition, 7 damage. And... maybe Plo should have taken the expose there. But that's okay. It's all right. There's still a way around this. Usually I just do the dashes with Plo, but sometimes the expose is useful. I kind of assumed they were going to die anyways. 7. That's what happens when you're playing fast and you have to think for both sides. 7 damage. Now, originally I was thinking with Dooku to just use the advance to get over here. But I am kind of... Okay. If he comes up, he might not secure the objective, but if it turns out that you can, Plo will then just use his reactive dash to get up here and at least try. So do I want to risk taking nothing? Well, things are going badly. I think I have to risk it for the biscuit. So Dooku will just come hit the ladder and really hope. Yep, that is in range. So these guys are wounded, so that flips. That flips. They got a momentum for a wound. And then they control 1, 2, 3, 4. That's pretty good, because now it's pretty close to the center, but they still are the only ones getting a momentum. So it's going to be tough maybe for the Republic to regain momentum, but not impossible. Definitely not impossible. Let's see. They get Hand Maidens. Now, what can they really do here? They can go after this objective and outnumber Dooku, which is fine, but then it only scores 2, and we're looking at a good turn for the Separatists. We could, again, go after that back objective, but we've got Savage there. Let's see. Well, actually, if we want to get really ballsy, I mean, we could make an attack against this B2. Ahsoka comes down, attacks them, hopefully gets 2, which is not that crazy. 2 in melee is pretty doable for her against someone like a B2, even with 5 dice. Then she can reposition, hit that back objective, and then the handmaidens go over here. I'm very vulnerable, but it's a risky play. I score 4 and maybe keep the pressure on. The Savage could walk up, so the Separatists then are either getting Magnas, who then come and toast a handmaiden, which isn't great, but I keep these 2 objectives and they just score 3. Or they get Mama, who can flip both of the objectives. And then I'm kind of right back to square one with the Separatists scoring 4. But that at least hits the middle. If I reserve them, I've got Vader left, and I've got the Shatter Point. The problem is, with this Magna, where he is now, Vader's kind of body blocked, I think. Because best he's doing is like, yeah, the very corner there, and there's not enough space. So I don't want to risk Vader. If they come after me with Magnus, great. Then it will open up space potentially there for Vader. So let's try some shenanigans, why don't we? I gotta have someone finish their turn within 3 of Ahsoka for this crazy play. So, am I going to be able to do that? And still finish at 2 of the objective. So basically I'd have to put a body right in there. I don't think I can do that. Maybe I'll just take the lame play. I mean, if I can draw Vader now, he can at least maybe knock Dooku away. Give him some shoves. Let's see. Yeah, Vader can double shove into an exposed. I've got lots of force, so yeah, I'll spend 1. Reserve handmaidens. Hey, baby! Yeah, let's go. Shatter Point. This is a good time, because I think Plo can flip. Let's see, I don't think I can flip 3 objectives. That would be a little crazy. Not with the ARF in the state they are in. Yeah, because Barris is down there. Unless... Okay, well, I think I definitely want to go with Plo. I think the move is to send a handmaiden this way, so she's in contesting range. Send another handmaiden over here. We'll go a little tighter. Oh, we'll go over there. To, yeah, make sure we're in contesting range there. So that if Savage comes, he'd have to like kill us and kill Ahsoka. So then Plo gets to do a dash. And honestly, so what I'm thinking here is we go here, we use a force push on Dooku, and then because maybe first off we see if we can get a free force push. And if everything goes wrong, then life is rough. But we'll try to get a free force push on Dooku by going up and attacking this Magna, flipping these 2 points. So Plo will just use his little Shatter Point dash, and then he'll climb up. I will pay 1 force for the expose, and take, let's do it, take 2 more damage to throw 10 dice. Because Magnas are chonky, they're less chonky when they're exposed. 10 dice from Plo. No one-shot coming this turn, that fell out. 2 fails, so that's 6 hits and 2 crits, so 8 results. That's going to be pretty good into an exposed Magna Guard. They get 2, so full tree for our boy Plo. Let's get pin, Magnus take pin, shove. Let's heal 2. Do I want to heal 2 from Plo or from Barris is the question. Let's heal it from... Ooh, tough decisions, tough decisions. Bears is not looking good. Mama could just pop her regardless, especially at range. Versus Plo. I don't want Plo to get hurt. Keeping Plo alive is important, so I'll use the heal on him. So let's see, that was pin. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's going to be 6 damage when all is said and done, so I'm just going to put that on the magnets before I forget. First thing on the tree is a shove. So we'll send this guy this way. Whoop. Follow up, because that puts us into range 3 of Dooku. Did I mess up the angle? Yeah, we'll follow up the shove a little bit more that way. We gave the Separatists a missed trigger when they were rough, so shaboom. There we go. That was the plan. Hold on, I did think earlier, I gotta make sure I can get around that. So use our free force push. So there's this handmaiden down here. We'll take that, and then Plo obviously up here. We'll take that, and the Republic will score 4 actually, because yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. And once again, they are right on the brink and asking Separatists to do a lot. Good shatter point. And since Plo's gone twice now, I will flip him to the more defensive side. Ugh, Plo Vader. Love it. Mama Talzin. Maybe I flipped that too fast. Savage have been better. Not really. He flips 1 objective, which... Well, Mama probably only flips 1 objective too here. Let's see. If she tells Plo to move away, this magnet can retake that objective. And then she zaps Ahsoka there. Okay, so Mama T will tell Savage to dash, and then with her tactic, and then his reactive, he will dash again. And right, actually, if he goes up here, it'll be tight. Oh, right, but I have that handmaiden down there. Yeah, I probably should have just gone with Savage maybe as a setup. We'll see. Well, so we'll send Savage over to here. We'll take the risk because it is better positioning to have him up here, though it does shut off our own ladder in the future, so he's a bit short. So really this is just a setup turn. If we're going to do anything, it's probably nuking Barriss is our best bet. Because let's see, we shoot her now. Plo can dash towards the attacker. He's probably just out of range. Gets him in a bit better position, but even if he takes that objective, like this, we're losing this struggle anyways. So let's go. Mama will take a move action. Get up to range 4 on our girl Barriss. And she'll go zap zap. With Great Mother, 7 dice. Barriss just 4 in range. Ooh, 4 expertise. I don't know what 4 is for Mama. Double crit, double hit. So we're looking at 4 hits, 3 crits. Sorry, 4 crits, 3 hits. So just 1 block. So that's a full tree for Mother. That's good. That's very good. Do we have Dooku in contesting range currently? That we do. So the middle is quite likely to come up next round for struggle 2, but we already have Dooku there. So it's probably best to keep Mama on one of these back objectives. It also keeps her a bit more mobile. So let's, into Barriss, we will do 1 shove, pin, shove, expose, pin, another shove, and then I guess Mama gets a reposition. Technically that happens at the end. Barriss can't really go anywhere. We'll just shove her there. Put an expose and pin on her. And she takes a buttload of damage. Gets wounded. That's a momentum there. Plo gets to do his follow-up dash. So he will kind of start moving that direction, but not all the way. We can do, what we didn't do with Barris and kind of use those barrels. So now he can kind of go any direction with a single dash. So like on Ahsoka activation, she's really the only one who's dashing him. He could go there, he could go, he's on there, he could go there. Pretty good stuff. And then, that's it. The Separatists just score 2 and get a momentum. So they are certainly going to lose this round. In which case, we've got Vader, we've got Handmaidens. Call me crazy, but I actually kind of like the idea of starting next round with Handmaidens, especially if they're going to be able to move an unwounded Ahsoka. If Ahsoka becomes wounded next turn because of Savage or whatever, then so be it. Magnus haven't activated yet. It might be best to let them stay kind of wounded. Let's see. I forgot. They are pinned. Let's see. They're pinned. Vader. I can't strain them without also wounding them. I'd love to leave them pin strained and unwounded, but that is not going to happen, unfortunately, with Mr. Vader. It's going to get to the middle. You could put some damage into Dooku, but that's not necessarily doing a whole heck of a lot. Could get a wound on Kraken, make Tack Network more expensive. I don't think that's doing a lot either. But, let's see, I would give a dash, which would clear up the pin if Dooku used his ability like that. If I chuck the lightsaber into Kraken. You know what? Dooku's not great at defending against ranged attacks. So, maybe it's the coward's play. We're going to go with Vader. He's going to advance, and he's going to spend 1 for Vader's Fury to advance up here. Because this also, the important part about this play, is it gets us this central location on the correct level. So flip his stance to the range side, and we're going to toss 7 at Mr. Dooku. Let's see. Handmaidens are not going to need 3 force. I think I forgot to spend 1 for Vader's, because we've got Arf didn't spend any, Ahsoka spent 1, we shuffled the Shadow Point in, Barris spent 1, Plo spent 1 for Expose, yeah. So, do I want the Handmaidens to have Expose? Vader doesn't actually generate much for crits. I'm not going to pay for the Expose. I'm going to just roll 7 dice into Dooku. He defends with 5 because he's at range. Ooh, 3 fails, 2 expertise, just 3 hits. And Dooku just gets 2 blocks, turns a crit to nothing, but there's no crit. So just 1 is getting through. Is it worth spending 1 of my remaining 2 force? If I spend that, then Savage can't do his thing, and Magnus don't really need it. So really, it's whether or not I want Savage to do Dark Fury to end off Ahsoka. Not having Ahsoka there moving around would be pretty good. So you know what? As much as it pains me a little bit, I will let this happen. Let Dooku get shoved away. Ooh. Oh, he doesn't quite backcap, so that's good. It would be bad to have him there starting next activation, because it was a shove, 2 damage, which becomes 4 damage because of Vader's Fury. Alrighty, and then the Republic will win that struggle. Oops. Don't know where my last struggle... Ah, yes, I know what happened. The other Struggle 1 card is on the floor. Okay, so it's the line with a Force Refresh on the Shatter Point. So we've got there, we've got there. So, currently we've got a Magna Guard there, but we've also got Float there, which I don't love. If we do those three, Savage can tie up the middle. Either way, we've got the back point, we don't have the far point. So cut to everything being set up. Now I actually realized that if I went in this direction, there was this handmaiden hiding behind here, and I didn't want to start with that. So we'll go this way instead with the Separatists, and we'll let the Magna Guards do their thing so that they can back cap this objective this turn, which means let's go with Savage. I don't want Ahsoka to be alive and causing me problems. So, here we go. He's going to start by spending 2 to Dart Fury, rolling 5 attack dice at Ahsoka, and getting 2 damage, which is what he needs. Really just needs 1, quite likely, and we get the wound. And because she is a Force user, she also gets an Expose. That won't matter too much. And we get a Momentum. Then we are going to do a move action with Savage. A good old-fashioned advance, staying within 2 of the Handmaidens easily. We actually don't have enough movement to get beyond 2. Let's turn him around just for the thematics of it. So he'll just take a chop at them, try to mess up their activation, while also securing this back objective. Forgot to roll for the double. That's going to be this one right here. So that works out well. They're not a primary or a secondary, so just 7 dice. And we're going to get 3 expertise, which for him is a crit and a hit. So that's going to be 3 hits, 2 crits, and a damage. 5 results and a damage is not bad. Oops, cocked. Again. So they actually get 3 blocks. So just the crits are going to get through. So 2 crits and an extra damage. So I could do 5 damage, or I could do 4 with an Expose. I think 5 damage is... Expose ain't bad. It depends. I mean, I could Dark Fury them again. Let's go with the... they can heal off the Expose pretty easily, though. So we'll do straight up 5 damage. They're about to activate after all. And then that is it for Savage's turn. The Separatists will take control of the double. Vader is going to take control of this middle one. And the Magna Guards are going to take control of this back objective and score 3 for the Separatists. No force, but we've got Magna Guards coming up. They don't need any force. They do have a pin, which kind of sucks, but c'est la vie. So now we've got the Handmaidens. They could just take a good old-fashioned punch. Now the good thing is we have a lot of force available, relatively speaking. We've got 2. Now the very sad thing is that I can't disarm these Magna Guards without also wounding them. So then they'd be able to remove the disarm or the pin at the start of their activation. They'd probably remove the disarm, honestly. So I could go for the wound, but I think I just need to body up this objective here. So we're just going to begin. Ooh, do I take some chances? Range 4 gun. Yeah. Okay, spend 1 of my 2 remaining. Ooh, you know what? No, I have an Expose. Perfect. So we will not use the force yet. So first one is going to. I'm spending a force to Expose Savage, and I'm doing a punch. Oh, right there at 5. Do I want to take 2 more to punch with Vader? No, I don't think it's worth it. Not worth it. So she's just going to roll 5 dice and punch Savage, who is exposed. Savage rolling 4. Ooh, that's 2 crits, a hit, and damage. So he doesn't get either of those. So he blocks the hit. So 2 crits get through. with the damage, so she doesn't, she needs to jump. Oh wait, but that's right, I'm saving the move action, because that's my second action. So, heal, and 4 damage down to 3, because he has permanent protection. So they go down to just 4, and he goes up to 3. I guess whether they both use the move or both use the heal as the action, it doesn't matter too much, but this way, in case I whiff, I can still move them both onto the objective. Now, the next one is going to toss, I guess they only have 5 base dice at range anyways. I'm used to rolling 7 because of the ability. So 5 dice at range into Savage. That is 4 hits. He's not exposed this time. And he gets 4 natty blocks. Good for him. We will, after that combat action, spend our last force to bring Ahsoka down. There's my jump tool. And she might as well see if she can chip into him. 5 dice. 3 hits. And he blocks 4 once again. Very good defensive rolls from Savage there. And then second action from the Handmaidens will just be a move. One of them, coming over this way, and the other coming like so, bodying, we'll go a little bit more aggressive, bodying this objective. And once again, I forgot to roll the double. I don't think it really changes. It's that one, so the Republic only scores 2, not the end of the world, they get a momentum. Because it's still on the Separatists' side. They'll refresh all their force, which is handy because if these Magna Guards want to flip an objective, it's going to have to be the middle, which means they risk Vader's wrath. But a riposte is not actually going to kill them, so that's fine. That's fine. What am I worried about? They're not going to kill Vader. He's not Dooku, who gets to just clap back at you for no reason. So let's remember to roll for the double this time. Whoop. And back here, the objective that the Separatists are not going to be able to take. Magnas. So the first one's going to try to move, and he instead removes the pin. Second one's going to come up this ladder. The goal here will be shove Vader off and then follow up onto the objective. So 6 dice for the Magnas into Vader. That's a 3 hits and 1 single crit. 1 crit's all we need, really. 6 dice from Vader. And he gets the blocks, so just the 1 crit going through. Single damage. There was a fail in there, so riposte for 2. Riposte post, I don't know. And they do get a shove. An almighty shove. And shaboink. And follow up onto the objective. Shaboom. Flip it. Separatists score 2, and they're going to shuffle their deck as well. Hey, look at that. We've got Ahsoka. I think we were talking about this earlier, where now she can... Oh, she's actually in a really good spot. Dang, it's going to cost some force, but she could come up here. Might not even cost a force to get that. It'll probably cost a force to get in range of the Magna Guard there, because I am engaged with Savage and Dooku. But she could shove that guy off. She can tactics plow over there. And then that is all 4 objectives for the Republic. Which is pretty gnarly. Also, I want to say I'm kind of sad that the double advance trick didn't work out on that rock. I was kind of excited to see the half levels. I like building in a half level every now and then. If you've seen the battle report with the train, it also has the half level. So, Ahsoka. We will, start with just a regular, tactics first. Very important. Tactics. Plo is going to come over to here, because that way he can still stay at range 3. Oh, yeah. Stay at range 3 of Ahsoka, in case he needs to dash backwards, hit the ladder, and, be in that spot. make that far point a little bit tougher to take. Knock the gantry around, of course, but we know where he is. Roll for the double. It's not going to matter. Hopefully I control all of them at the end. But the double is here. So, Ahsoka, she just gets a dash for being engaged, but she can hit the ladder. Oh yeah, she's going to be way out of range of that Magna Guard. Spend 2 force to jump. Do I spend 1 to expose? I can probably get the shove anyways, but I'll feel real bad if I don't. Does also mean a wound. Oh! You know what? Here. We do this like that. We put Ahsoka into there. Because if I get the wound, I have to be weary of Mama coming up and shoving me. So that will protect me a bit against the shove. Is she going to be able to get the range if I get this wound? Probably. So really, I'm probably not going for the wound anyway. So let's just roll 7. Because if I whip it, it's not the end of the day. Not the end of the world. 5 hits. Okay, can the Magnus go 5 for 5? They go 3 for 5. So 2 get through. Ahsoka doesn't have any of this anymore. 2, so she can get a shove and jump. But then we get the Mama follow-up. And I'm just not in a great spot for the Mama follow-up, just because it does have all those shoves, which could... And also the dash. If Mama gets there, she keeps the objective. So I'm just going to do the 1 damage. We'll wound Magnus in the future when it's more advantageous. We'll shove him back. I'll get the tool out, because I want to shove him back away from the ladder so I don't body block Plo if he comes back. Yeah, he's still with a 3. So the Republic will score the double, and Plo will flip that one, and they score 4, avoiding the center. And that's pretty good. I'm liking that. Didn't cost us 3 force, just cost us 2. Don't want to burn too bright. Alrighty, fresh deck, Separatists. It's the back point. That one's takeable. Savage. He cannot do a whole heck of a lot. He can kill the Handmaidens for 1 point. In a crazy world, he can kill the Handmaidens, come here, kill Ahsoka, but still only flip 1 objective. Yeah, I kind of hate Savage, so let's... Hey, Magnas! Look at them not being dead. I mean, soon they will be dead. But this is not bad at all. Because they will use their action. So first guy's going to climb up here. That gives him an attack on Plo. This next guy will indeed come here for the body block. So let's see. I need to attack... Here, let's do this properly. Measure. Okay. Maybe, hopefully not space for Plo to get in there. Because if I attack Plo first, shove him away, then attack Ahsoka, he can dash up behind me. So I need to stay where I am. So if I attack Ahsoka first... Yeah, I don't want to attack Ahsoka first because then Plo just dashes away and doesn't take any damage from my attack. And it would be nice if he took some damage. Because I think either way he's going to be able to do a follow-up against Ahsoka. So, 6 dice into Plo. That's 4 crits. Good old Magnus, fair and balanced. 4 crits in a hit. And Plo, 4 blocks that are kind of useless. So, 4 crits getting through. Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Triple shove, disarm. It puts a Plo up to 7 total damage. With the disarm. He doesn't like the disarm. He really likes, attacking things. So we'll shove him down. Shove number 2. And shove number 3. Again, it doesn't really matter. He's going to get to dash anyways. Assuming we kept him, yeah. We need a quadruple shove to get him away from Ahsoka. Then the next attack. I could share my expertise with Ahsoka, but I'm worried about crits. And she'd have to get an awful lot of crits. And I don't want to really put an expose on Plo right now. So we'll just roll it. 2 crits, yeah. And Ahsoka's just 5. So she blocks the 2 hits. So just 2 crits coming through for 3 damage, double shove. She starts to, take damage again. Double shove will bring her. I think I want to bring her away from the handmaidens. We'll say that can make it. It's tight. Should be all right. And then Plo might as well try for the dash to the ladder. So we'll call it there. Can he fit? He can fit up here, but he's going to be outside of contesting range. Maybe we shadow point Ahsoka again, who knows. So good turn from the Seppies. They flip that. And they flip that. Getting a grand total of 3 points. The double for next turn goes to the back point, the one that the Republic already controls. They get Vader. Vader could just murk a Magna Guard. And then Talzin comes up and says, oh no, you didn't. Turning off Magna Guards would be kind of nice. And then maybe if she knocks me away, I Vader's Fury. Right, but the problem isn't her knocking me away. The problem is her dashing to right there. And I could just go and try to kill her, but then I'm not securing this objective. Or I bring Vader up to here and kill this one. Maybe she shoves it off. Let's see. Kill on Magnas. Is there a way I can double move? If I double move Saber Throw, then it's possible she shoves me this way out of contesting range. So I still don't flip that objective. And I don't have a body there. Vader's not actually necessarily ideal here. I could go with him, or I could just save him. He's a good guy to. He's a useful guy to reserve, though. I do miss the Force. Arcs. That's acceptable. There's a very Force-heavy play here if we want it. So they clear all their conditions. They become injured. Let's start with this our first action. We're just going to shoot. Ahsoka is far away. If we really wanted to, we could move up. The problem is if we move up, then we give Talzin a shot at us, if and when we do get this wound. But the good thing would be getting within range 3 of Ahsoka, but that costs another Force. But then she could jump up here and attack that guy, which is not bad. And again, if we can take all 4 objectives, then I'm feeling pretty good about life. So, screw it, let's go. Let's start with the advance. This guy will come up to just get range 3 on Ahsoka. We'll try to carefully take this tool away without breaking Vader's lightsaber. This guy is not engaged with that Magna Guard, so he will come over to here. And we will start, he'll come a little bit further to make it harder for him to shove. We'll start with this guy shooting that Magna Guard. Oops. The good thing is, with the Ahsoka play, it only costs us 1 Force to use her reactive versus 2 Force to defensive maneuver this guy up the ladder. So 7. And hey, there's a crit. And 3 expertise means another crit. So actually, we're looking at 4 hits, 2 crits. Pretty good. Pretty good. 6 results. Just 1 block from the Magnus. That's going to be a full tree. Which, hey, we'll give them their 2 favorite conditions. Pin, disarm, shove. So that is 3 damage, which is going to get the wound. actually, Mama's going to be able to come and shove, oops, wrong guy. Mama's going to be able to come and shove this guy out of range 3 of Ahsoka. However, yeah, this guy is still going to have range 3 to finish off, so not bad. Mama, so she either goes to the middle. Oh, right, that's part of this whole situation, right. She comes to the middle. Then this guy could defensive maneuver dash. Well, before we get ahead of ourselves, we'll put down the pin and the disarm. We'll give ourselves the momentum. We'll follow up on the shove, because that's important. Oops, oops, oops. So, well, by following up on that shove, I make it more likely that I can hit that ladder, but I also make it easy, the decision on Mama easy. Very sad. Oh well. She's going to come up here, hit this ladder, see if all my fears have been founded. I probably could have done better with the shove on this B2 all the way back to properly body block. But that's what happens when you play fast. So she gets that. She'll do her great Mama Wrath shot. Hey, at least I've been derping with Mama in the other game, so at least here we get to see some of her power. Oh baby, a crit and 5 hits because she gets 2 on 1, so 6 results on 5 dice. It's pretty good. Oh, she might just end the clone's activation here. Okay, they get 3 blocks, so she just gets 3 down her tree. They are safe. I don't have to look up whether, if they die, Ahsoka can still do her reactive. So that's good. So she's going to really mess them up with a shove exposed pin, 5 damage. And the ARF are pretty close to another woundy wound, which they don't love. And yeah, whatever, I'll just shove them into Barris. Outside contesting range, yep. Though, they still do have their combat action, their second attack, so we will get to attack Mother and see if we can knock her away from the objective. We do need to get 2 through. She's surprisingly not great at defense, but ARFs are not like world beaters at offense either. So that's 4 hits and a crit, 7 defensive dice. Whoop, went out of the thing. That is 3 blocks, and that is it. So with 5 down to 2, there we go. The ARFs have that. They'll do pin shove. Mama also hates the shove. Pin shove, 2 damage. 2 damage doesn't matter quite as much. Now, if only she had deflect or something here, that would be crazy. Steal some damage from the Magnas. Give them a 5Z instead. And yeah, we'll just say, how about you go enjoy that other objective? And then this guy is still within 3. Actually, the other guy's also within 3 of Ahsoka. So she's going to do a jump. And these Magnas aren't exposed, so she might as well attack them in case she can give them a strain for their next activation, whenever that is. Because that would be funny. No reason not to. So, the shove is great. It means we don't have to spend even more force. 3 hits from Ahsoka. And 5 blocks. Full nannies for, well, and an expertise. So, no strain bone on these guys. But Ahsoka will flip that objective, and the ARF will flip this objective. Whew, that was a close call. If the ARFs had just died there, that would have been pretty funny. Republic scores 4. And we get the middle is going to be the double here. Ooh, okay, now we're kind of talking about, well, the problem with Savage is Dooku is not in contesting range. Otherwise, you could kill the handmaidens, come plop the clones for 2 force, but it would be funny. But it would just secure 1 objective. And taking 1 objective, even if it's the double, is not great here. The problem is, we've got, if we score 2, then we give both sides a momentum. We'll take our chances. What do we get? We get B2s. It's not bad. Bring some bodies back. So, with B2s, we can kill, get this guy off the objective, and then try for a shove to get Ahsoka off the objective and take 2. Or, this guy, whether like swap places. Yeah, but that costs a lot of force because I need a dash. I'm just thinking swap places, like kill handmaidens. But no, handmaidens need 4 damage. But yeah, it would cost me 2 to dash. And then another climb back up. And chances of getting 4 into handmaidens is still honestly not great. I think the chances of just getting a shove off on Ahsoka is better because I just need 1 crit. And if I'm going to spend 2 force, I could spend 2 to saturation fire instead if I really have to. They throw, what, 5 in melee? Yeah, 5. Ooh. This list doesn't burn through that much force, he says. Burning through force. Let's just start with a focus shot, because I don't actually need to move anywhere. So focus shot. So it's going to be... damn it! Damn it. The problem is Plo. Plo is our problem. Because whichever of these ARFs we shoot at, this guy has to be the attacker, which means Plo's going to dash and hold this point. Which means I think the best chance we have is double move these guys and go for both kills if we want to take 2 objectives. Or just take 1 objective and maybe cry. But even if we want to take 1 objective, we need to take on the dash. So, 2 force. Whoops. This guy can at least come over here, while the other guy will dash down, and then they'll take a move action and he'll come up. He'll do that so that there's space for Mama if she needs to move in there. Just make sure he's still in that. Yeah, he's still contesting. And 1 guy will shoot the handmaidens and 1 guy will shoot the arcs, going for glory. But we want to shoot the arcs second, otherwise Plo will come in here and tie us up in engagement and we won't be able to take that objective. So, I spent 2 more for saturation fire. That's very greedy. I've still got Kraken. Dooku doesn't need a much. Talzin doesn't necessarily need much. But I feel like manipulating hand would be handy, so I'll save saturation fire. So 6 damage, or 6 dice shooting the handmaidens. We'll shoot that one. See, because maybe we can knock her out of position. 4 expertise and 2 hits. Not great. Not great. And they were roll 5 at range. So they block all those hits. So just 2 damage going through. So you know what? We probably don't even attack this ARF. Because then we still get this objective if we kill those handmaidens. So we'll just do that same attack again. So 2 damage, we need 2 more. There's a crit and an expertise, so that will do it. And they get 4 Mandy blocks. That was not a crit. It was, so 2 damage and a shove going through for a total of 4 damage across those 2 attacks and a almighty wound on the handmaidens. So that's a momentum. I really set myself up for failure trying to have all these defensive triggers in a game that I'm playing quickly for both sides. So this guy shooting will knock her kind of this way. Ain't nothing Plo's doing there. So that flips that, and then 2 to 1 there to flip that. And the Seppies score 3 and live to fight another day. So now I could do Vader. Vader would walk into here, nuke these B2s. Mama would probably even have to like back up, which is not bad because then I definitely keep the objective and I take some bodies off the table. Not off the table, but like, you know, out of scoring. They'll leave the table when they next activate. Let's see what the double is. Let's see what the double is. Wound. It is back here. I wish I had Gloomy so I could see the next activation. Let's see what we've had. We've had Ahsoka, Arfs, and Vader. So we've still got Plo. We've got Handmaidens. Plo is not bad here. Handmaidens are not bad here. They give us the double. And the last thing would be the other secondary, Barris. I think we don't need to go for Vader right now. So we get Handmaidens, back from the dead. How much damage should we put on Asajj? We put 3 on. Man, if I had just gotten one more success last time, I would have saved the Handmaidens. Oh well. When they were attacking, I mean, because of that one extra heal. So, let's see. She is still actually in contesting range. Do I move? I think I just focus punch. And... but we've got Dooku right there. I probably missed a Dooku trigger with probably double the fall last time. Though I might have had no force at the time. I think I had no force because it was the Magnus, that was it. Yeah, because then he could dash onto that objective. But it has to be a melee attack. So maybe I just move and just shoot Savage. Too many Ages for my liking here. Or I move back and try to destroy the B2s. At least make them more killable. That might be it. So we'll do a first action move. So they're outside melee. And then, no, they are just going to be outside 4. So we'll light up with Savage. Hey, I got it right that time. Savage twice with 5 dice each. So first attack, we'll say is this one into him. 2 crits, 2 hits. He gets 2 blocks, so 2 crits get through. That's going to be 3 damage, jump. So she's going to jump and tie people up. And be a little harder to shove. And then we said 3 damage, which goes down to 2. So he's at 5 total. Then next shot, which will be just 3 hits. And he blocks 2. So 1, which will be a damage jump. He ignores the damage, but will at least be a little harder to shove. So he's half dead. We take the double. We score 3. Could have been better, but hey, it's not terrible. So roll for the double on the Seppies. They get the middle, and that's the one they control. Savage could just go for the kill. I mean, I'm going to have to go with him eventually. But I don't want to. Getting a one shot on those Handmaidens is hard. So, Young said we get Kraken. That's good. We could... Ooh. We really... it's aggressive. It's aggressive. But... Is there... I might just be body blocked. Trying to see if there's a way I could dash these guys. Yeah, the train's getting in my way. Dashing down here. Well, it still would be 2-2. What am I talking about? Alright. It might be best to use the dash on himself. Come over here. Shoot Ahsoka off. Climb up. Because the B2s don't really need to move. I mean, I do have Tack Network. I think the best thing is Tack Network, get an attack on them, and then use his actual attack over there. But I'll see if I can get a free Tack Network. So, we'll start with Kraken. Just kind of coming on over here, as you do. And he'll take 7 dice to shoot Ahsoka. We'll see what happens. That's better than before. 2 crits, 4 hits. And she gets 4 blocks. So 2 crits do get through, but he can double shove with that. Though he doesn't really need double shove. I do like pinning Ahsoka. So 3 damage in a pin. She already had 3 damage from something. Is that Mom? No, not Mama. I forget. 5 damage. It spends 1 to costs 1 to deflect. It wouldn't kill him. So, nah. She'll put the pin down. Gets the shove. And then spend 1 force to tactical network. Tell this guy to attack. Do I move up and attack? I think I'll move up slightly just to maybe kind of prevent the Vader body block, you know, where he gets in here and forces Mama to move away. But stay at range. 5 dice shot into this ARF. And then Plo will still be able to come up as the replacement. Does he take the expose? I will say no. I don't want to be exposed and disarmed. Hey, that's going to be a crit. And expertise. These guys block the hits, so shove, I can't really shove them anywhere, but I can do enough damage. I do 2 expertise there, plus the crit is 3 damage into this ARF. Oh, they were exposed. I don't think it did anything. So they lose that. They take another wound, so it's... I'm not paying 2 force for coordinated fire exposed anymore. I can do a follow-up, and maybe that'll body block Plo some more. I don't think so, but... Oh! Okay, well. Plo will dash towards. There's a bit of space there. So he doesn't get that far, but I think... Yeah, he still gets there. So it's still 2 to 1 over there. But momentum for the wound. Second action for Kraken. He's just going to climb, sit on this objective. Now he's got his steadfast and protection, so he's feeling okay. He'll flip that. And Seppi's score 3. Not terrible. Ahsoka's out of range, and she's got that silly little pin, which I really don't like, because otherwise maybe I could pop Kraken. He's exposed with 5. Well, let's see. What's the double? Expertise. That's the middle. Sounds like Vader kind to me. Vader is going to... I'm getting light on force, but it's tough. Without Vader's Fury, it's going to be tough to one-shot these guys. And it kind of helps me against Mama, as Mama insurance. So he comes over to here, gets the 1, on the ladder. Oop. Climbs the ladder. And then he will try to nuke Senior Robot over here. Flipping to his other stance. Taking self-damage. We've got Mama hanging out, who could hurt him even more. But I really want. Do I need this kill? I'll still win the objective, but 2 to 0 is good. So yeah, I'll self-damage for 2. Rolling 10 dice. And we've got double crits plus 2 from expertise. So 4 crits, 4 hits. Pretty decent. Just 3 dice, I believe, from D2s. 1, so full tree from Vader. So he's going to pop them. I don't have enough damage tokens, so... I never cleared their cards, so there we go. They can just stay there. Pops them. That's going to be a momentum. What does he want to do, though? Because I don't want Mama to mess me up. Let's see, I said I was going after that guy. I actually kind of want to keep him where he is, because he's messing up Dooku a bit, and he might be protection if Mama comes here and tries to shove me this way. I want her to have to move backwards. So, I'm just going to go down the middle of his, the top of his tree so we can put a strain on these guys. Just double check and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 with the extra Vader's Fury. So, yep, that's the wound. Down to 9, but we'll leave those tokens there. Puts a strain. That gives him a dash, so that we can use this dash. It does stay in contesting range, though. If I come up here, Then Mama can come there, shove me. Then I can come back up the ladder. Can I? Can I come back up the ladder? Ooh, that's tight. I think maybe. Just barely. Yeah. Or if I do that, she just keeps shoving me that way. And then I use my action to advance. Okay. I'll come like so. Mama. Oh yeah, Mama's pinned. What am I talking about? She's pinned this whole time. So if I just keep her in melee, there we go. Easy, easy. Yeah. Don't forget about the pin. I never put it on her, but the ARF got 2 because he got the shove, so he got the pin. So she removes the pin. She's engaged. Can't do anything. We flip this and score 3. Oops. With the Republic. Oh, and the double is blocks, which is back here. It's the one set piece control. I still don't love the idea of trying to go for a one-shot with Savage, but eventually I'm going to have to go with Savage, and I don't like that. Not at all. Okay, Dooku. Dooku. Good thing is Dooku can move Savage around, but he actually, Dooku himself, can't get on top. So let's just try to retake this back objective while we've got Dooku. He will tell Savage to, well, let's see, he can dash a friend first. Oh, which means he could dash his B2 to get them out of the way. I don't think that's doing a whole lot, but it sets us up. It sets us up the next turn if we need to. And then Savage will use his reactive to dash over to here, get a bit more central, still staying in contesting range. Then Dooku will use his own dash to come over here. And then focus and attack this handmaiden. Why don't we? 8 dice. We'll see what kind of a swordsman he is. Not a great one. That's 3 fails. 4 expertise is double crit hit, I believe. Yep. So 2 crits, 2 hits again. Not going to be a kill. They get 3 blocks, so they turn off a crit and a hit. So 2 get through, which will be... Oh, he doesn't even get the double shove! Hot damn! Hot damn! Oh, that's really bad. I was thinking he could at least get 3 down his tree, but he has been not doing great. Yeah, just rolling lots of expertise, not a lot of hits, no natty crits, yeah. So he can either reposition and set up for a future turn, or he can get a single shove and set up for a future turn. I think I just do single shove, 3 damage into the handmaidens. Yikesy, yikesy, yikes. And where are some extra damage tokens? Here. So is at 5. I'll just steal 1 from this B2. Okay. 1 shove. Dooku failed me for the last time. No flip there. Droids just scored 2. That brings it to the middle. And they both get a momentum. So if the Republic can score 4 or get 3 in a wound, then that's GG. The double is the block. So if they can just take that objective, what do they have coming up on top? Shatterpoint. I think I can take that objective. Plo isn't wounded. So if I want Plo to just keep being a superstar, he can just dash, move up here, force push Kalani away, and win the game. Or I can do something maybe with ARFs, but then I need 2 bodies up there. So we won't get too fancy. Plo will tell Ahsoka to dash. She removes her pin. He will then get to dash himself. Then he'll come up the ladder with a move action. I don't want to actually kill Kalani because then Mother could come and mess me up. So we'll spend, really we have refreshed 1 force. We'll spend 2 force. Oh, so good. Yoink. Cracking off into the distance. flip that, Republic scores all 4 and wins. So, yeah. First time trying Dooku Talzin. It was a list I'd seen around, having some decent success, but the mobility and kind of lack of verticality worried me. Originally, I was actually going to do a Grievous list, and I swapped to Dooku at the last second because I thought, why not? You know, it's probably maybe better to have Django instead of the tactical droid, which then gives you a bit of that verticality. In which case, maybe go with B1s, I was thinking, but then I knew I was going to forget so many triggers for that. So, you know, maybe not a full representation of what this list can do, but you've got like so much steadfast, so much health, really tanky units. I was kind of leaning into that with Kraken. So maybe not the best version of the list, but it's certainly, I just hate Savage. Savage wasn't great in it, unfortunately. So that's the tough part. As far as the Republic goes, I love Vader with Plo. Plo is just like doing everything, as we saw. He was coming from this side of the board over to here, force pushing everyone. Really big turns. I don't have the fancy like MVP graphics, but if I did, ya boy, Plo Koon, MVP of this game. Usually I don't run the version with Barriss. I go with someone who can actually move stuff a bit more easily, you know, like a Rex, or usually I've been playing with Rex, but I think maybe OB2 is probably the way to go competitively. But yeah, it's been a while since I ran this list, and it's a good time, a fun time. Indeed. No complaints from me. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you think, and again, there's still going to be regular battle reports coming. This isn't replacing anything, it's just extra stuff, take it or leave it. So, see you around.